Students, we have seen how to obtain equations and framing equations with one variable. Now students find it a bit tedious with two variables. No issues, there are no worries for two variables. The only thing is, instead of one variable x which we had taken earlier for one x as one variable, here we shall take two variables, say x and y. Now this is what I can make you understand via a simple sum. Right? Once you solve this particular sum and you are clear with the concepts. What the sum is all about? The sum of two numbers is 60. The sum of two numbers is 60. The greater number is 8 more than thrice the smaller number. Find the numbers. I read the sum. The sum of two numbers is 60. The greater number is 8 more than thrice the smaller number. Find the numbers. Now at least we got to know that there are two numbers. At least we got to know that there are two numbers whose sum is 60. So our two parameters which we can initialize, variables which we can initialize, are going to be x and y. The parameters are going to be x and y. The variables which we are going to initialize is going to be x and y. From the sum itself, it is very much clear that one has to be a greater number, another has to be a smaller number, and both the variables are going to be x and y. So let's initialize from our side as let the greater number be x. Let the smaller number be y. Let the greater number be x. Let the smaller number be y. When I say so, you can look at the very first condition. Look at the very first condition. Sum of two numbers is 60. So I can say as per the first given condition. As per the first given condition. Sum means addition of these two numbers which I have taken x and y happens to be 60. So our first condition is very simple. X plus y is 60. Let this be equation number 1. X plus y turns out to be 60. Equation number 1. It's the second condition which students always find it difficult. Now I want my students to pay attention. I am going to make an expression very simple. What am I going to do is, I am going to focus on the wordings which are being given in the question. Simultaneously, I shall frame the equation as well. So students, please focus on my wordings and the expression which I am framing it. Right? There is a technique behind it. Please look at it. The second condition goes in this way. As per, you can say directly, as per the second condition, the second given condition. Now focus, students, kindly focus on the wordings and how I read the wordings and convert it into an expression. The greater number. So which according to us is greater number? The greater number is means equal to. Is means equal to. The greater number, which is x, is equal to 8. I shall write down 8 with a space given ahead of it. Is 8 more. More tells me there has to be a plus sign. More tells me there has to be a plus sign. Then thrice the smaller number. I have a very simple technique. Whenever word then comes, go ahead of sign. Always go ahead of sign. Ahead of sign. Thrice the smaller number. 3 times the smaller number over here is y. I repeat, the greater number x is means equal to 8 more than thrice the smaller number. Then means always ahead of the sign. We get x is equals to 3y plus 8. If there could have been less, then instead of plus I would have used minus. But over here it's more, and that's why I'm using plus. Let's bring 3y over here. X minus 3y is equals to 8. Now we have second equation. The first equation is x plus y is equals to 60. The second equation is x minus 3y is equals to 8. We need to solve it simultaneously, and that's why even we say two variables equation as simultaneous linear equation. Mind you, I am not here right now focusing on what is linear equation with one variable. I am not giving you basic concepts related to that, nor I am making you understand what is the general expression for. I am just here to make you understand how an equation is framed and solved. While solving, care has to be taken that you are supposed to pick up one variable whose coefficient is same. The first step is pick up any one variable whose coefficient is same. Second step is once you find that variable, either x or y, whose coefficient is same, then you need to go for addition and subtraction. But sir, when addition and when subtraction? If the signs of both the coefficient happens to be plus, that is same, then we go with, if the signs of coefficient happens to be same, we always go with minus, and if the signs happens to be opposite, we always go with plus. So let me elaborate my concept. The two equations are x plus y is 60, which is 1, and x minus 3y is 8, which is equation number 2. Now I am picking x as a variable and not y. What made me do so? Pick up variable x, because the coefficient as of now for x in each of the case is 1. So coefficient is matching. If I were to pick up y, then coefficient over here is minus 3 and coefficient over here is 1. The coefficients aren't same. As I stated, for simultaneous linear equation to get solved, the coefficient of the variable should be the same. So that's the reason we are picking up x, whose coefficient is the same. The second step is, if the signs are same, the signs of the coefficient are same, we go for subtraction. And if the signs were to be different, we would have gone for addition. But over here, the signs are same, and that's the reason we go for subtraction. So I say subtracting equation 2 from 1. Subtracting equation 2 from 1. I shall write down equation number 1 first. We subtract equation 2 from there. So it's 8. When we subtract, we see to it that the sign does get changed. We say minus over here. This minus eventually becomes plus. We need to change sign when it is subtraction. 16, here also it is minus. Now we go for further calculation. X minus x gets cancelled and nullified. We are supposed to take this new sign into consideration. Y plus 3y and not this minus y. Y plus 3y is 4y. Over here, 60 minus 8 is 52. 4y is 52. Y is equals to 52 by 4. Y eventually, 4 ones are 4 13s are. Y happens to be 13. Having said that, we got the value of y. But our numbers are x and y both. We need to find out x as well. What we need to do is, we are now supposed to substitute the value of y in either of the equations, whether it is going to be 1 or 2. Whichever you find it easy, you are supposed to do so and substitute the value of y in that. I find equation 1 is easy, so I say substitute y equals to 13 in equation 1. I once again write down equation 1, x plus y is 60, x plus, instead of y, I shall put its value, which is 13. Answer is 60, or rather is equals to 60. X is equals to 60. 13 goes over there, becomes minus. X is equals to 47. So the two numbers are 47 and 13. Now once again, I give you a cross check in one variable. I would like to give you cross check in two variables as well. Let's see. Let me satisfy with both the condition. If I sum up both of them, am I getting 60? Yes. 47 plus 13 is going to give me 60. So that's one way of cross-checking it. Second way is, let's see the second condition. The greater number is, so what is the greater number? Amongst 13 and 47, which one is the greater number? 47 is the greater number. The greater number is 8 more than thrice the smaller number. So let me multiply the smaller number by 3. 13 3s are 39. 13 3s are 39. And what lies the difference between 39 and 47? Is it 8? Right? That's what the condition says. That the greater number, 47, is 8 more than 3 times the smaller number. So 3 13s are 39. Plus 8 gives me 47. And that is nothing but my greater number. So we have done a correct sum. I hope my students have got much more from this particular sum. Thank you.